There's no question artificial intelligence will remake the workplace. Recent analysis from investment firm Goldman Sachs looked at the global impact and found AI could replace 300 million full-time jobs, including positions in the legal and engineering fields. Let's bring in Martin Ford. He is an author and futurist who specializes in the rise of AI and robots. So let's talk about AI. Are there any jobs you think are safe?
Well, I think in the long run, if AI becomes, truly superhuman in its capability, then perhaps not. But for the foreseeable future, I think there are lots of jobs that are safe. AI is primarily going to impact jobs that are very predictable, routine, repetitive. But the thing to understand is that will include a lot of jobs that we wouldn't normally associate with automation. Often people think about robots in factories being threatened,
Right.
which is certainly true. But there are going to be a great many white-collar jobs that will also be impacted by this. If you're sitting in front of a computer doing something relatively routine and predictable, whether it's writing the same report again or doing the same kind of spreadsheet analysis, all of that is definitely going to be impacted. So it could be very broad-based.
Okay, so are there any jobs or job categories you think are safe in the short term?
In the short term, what I would say is that if you've got a very creative job where you're genuinely thinking outside the box, coming up with new ideas, generating new insights, then I think that's going to be relatively safe. AI is likely to be a tool that you use rather than something that replaces you.
And we're looking at a graphic.
Also,
we were just looking at a graphic. It said nurse practitioners, creatives, choreographers, mental health professionals. So those are fields that maybe are safe in the short term and could maybe be benefited by AI.
Right. A second category there is if you're really working with people and building sophisticated relationships with people, or you need to have empathy, as would be the case with a nurse, for example. That's another area where AI, is going to take a long time before it's going to be competitive.
Okay, so what can you...
Those types of jobs.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought, and then I've got an additional question.
Okay, so those types of jobs, and then yet another category would be skilled trade jobs, things like electricians, plumbers, where you have a need for lots of dexterity and mobility in unpredictable environments. We need a very, very sophisticated science fiction level robot to do what an electrician does.
Right, so those are jobs where you have to have a very strong problem-solving capability. So if you are worried that your job could be replaced, is there anything you can do?
Well, you should try to, it's not so much jobs that will be replaced, but tasks, the things that you're doing within the job. So whatever you're doing, you want to transition more so that you're doing more things that can be automated. In other words, more creative things, more things that involve interacting deeply with people, or more things that require lots of mobility and dexterity in unpredictable environments. Those are the three areas that are going to be safest. So make sure that in your career you're doing more of those things.
And just in the few seconds that we have left, we talk about AI, but I often don't hear people talk about how quickly or how accelerated this change may be. Are you thinking about a huge evolution over the next 5 years, or is the window longer than that?
It's going to continue to evolve, but I definitely think we're going to see huge impact in the next 5 years. I mean, I've been talking about this issue now for over 10 years, and I've seen just dramatic progress already, and it's clearly accelerating. When we see announcements like ChatGPT and all the generative AI that's gotten everyone's attention, it's very clear that things are moving faster. So there'll be a huge impact, I'm sure.
Martin Ford, thanks for your expertise.
Thank you.